Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good night. It depends on the time you are in right now. Uh, this is Ambitsi, and I'm going to make a Q&A. Well, mostly because I said I was going to make it on Deviantart, and mostly because I don't really have much to do, and I reach 800 watchers on Deviantart on. And yeah, this is more like let's say as a thank you mostly because I actually didn't I I actually didn't expect to get this far. You know what I mean? 800, like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting to even reach 100 watchers. So anyway, aside from doing this Q&A, I'm going to make a raffle. I'm going to leave the link if you want to participate, uh, and the details on the description as well. So anyways, let's let's do this, shall we? So the very first question comes from Robomama. How long have you been drawing for? Well, actually, it's I actually been drawing seriously on DeviantArt since last year. Um, then before that, I actually been drawing since high school. That would be like around we what are we now? 2021. That will be like mm, oh damn, like 8 9 years. Yeah, a really long time. But way before that, before I even start on DeviantArt, I was mostly drawing just for fun or just doing random stuff. I'm going to leave you some examples of my old drawings here. Yeah, like that one. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, I mostly draw random stuff. I don't know. I wasn't actually going to make something like I wasn't planning on drawing like professionally or anything. So yeah, I was just drawing whatever comes to my mind. So mhm, yeah, around 9 years. I've been drawing for 9 years. Oh boy, oh boy, 9 years. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. And next question. Next question. Hornet Spider. He's asking, what was your favorite thing? Okay, sorry. What was your favorite thing to draw? Actually, uh, leave it leave it up. 03. He's asking the same question, so I'm going to be responding both of you. So yeah, my favorite thing to draw. Um, I actually don't know. I actually like to draw. Just just draw. I just like to draw. But if I have to choose, um, I think I actually like to make OCs. I like to make my characters, design them, coming up with stories and all that. Uh, that will be the thing I like the most because I don't know. I feel like uh, I I feel like I'm having a more entertaining time when making characters, because I mostly make girls, and I actually try to um, see how much I can do to a character. I always make the base of the character, and I just go nuts. I just everything that comes out of my mind, I try to put it right into my character. Uh, and it's kind of an interesting progress, because most of the time when I'm making a character, I'm I actually don't know what I'm doing actually because I just say let's do something random. Let's I want to make a character, and before I know it, I have a new character in front of me, and I'm like, why did I do this? How did I do this? Because sometimes my mind go to let's do this, let's do that. Uh, let's make a mage, let's make a god, let's make a I don't know, a random person, anything at all. So yeah, yeah, I go for that, and that's what I like to draw. Actually, I like to make characters. And if you're curious, no, I'm not planning on making characters to sell. At least not yet. I'm actually kind of how do I say it? I'm kind of um, attached to every character I make. So yeah, for example, if you were to ask me to sell Antali, I will say no, or Tavi or Sprinta or any of my characters. I will say no, you can't have it. It's mine. Like that's my baby. That's my baby. That's my daughter right here. Like, mm, dude, I'm not giving her away. So anyway, next question. IFLH. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry if I massacre your name right there. So he's asking, what are some future projects you're thinking of? Future projects. Uh, Aside from commissions, I'm actually doing the Among Us comic. Uh, I'm actually trying to do it once a week. Last week I didn't do it because of work and commissions. I was having problems with, like, uh, yeah. Sometimes I get stuck on a commission, so sorry for that. Uh, so aside from that, I actually working on a project with a friend. That's something else entirely because it's more of a uh, how do I say it? More like a uh, video type of project. Like I don't want to go into too many details because I want to make a sort of announce much later because it's something we are working together. So I don't want to give it all away so far. So that's something for another day. As for another type of project I actually have, um, I actually have two things I want to do, but I feel like one is uh, the thing I can do quicker while I can work on it on the project I'm doing with my friend. So um, uh, I'm actually going to be working on my OC's story, like Antali, Tavi, and all my gods and goddesses story. Um, uh, and I'm still stuck on what I'm on, uh, on if I want to make actually a comic or make it literature, just writing it. And I'm still, I don't know what to choose. I think writing will be easier, uh, but I actually don't know. That's for debate for later. So far, I want to finish commissions. Uh, Try to focus a little bit on the Among Us comic, because I actually don't know how far that will go. I actually kind of have the ending on my head, but um, I don't know if people would like that. Because I don't know, I kind of have this idea on my mind that maybe people will, kill me for the ending I have in mind, and I just don't know. I actually don't know. Uh, yeah, doing endings, it's kind of hard because you can't please everyone. So yeah. Uh, um, And so yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. That's what I'm going to be working on later. And the project with my friend, I'm going to be making some announcement later. Maybe sharing some sketch. I have several sketch done. Kind of with world building and some other characters. So yeah, I'm going to be showing that much later when we actually have something worth sharing here. So thanks for your question, and let's move on to the next. Takuro Chin Zero. Sorry if I mess it up a little bit. Uh, he's asking, could you show me something? This isn't a question. This is more of a advice. Could you show me some tips on cell shading if you do have any at all? Um, yeah, kinda. I'll be completely honest with you on this. When it comes to drawing, I actually prefer to do the line art. When it comes to colors, uh, I actually have a lot of problems with it. I never was too excited to color my drawings, but I kind of feel uh, like I have to do it because at this point I have to improve. Okay, I actually do a layer on top of everything I do. I actually call that a shadow, the shadow layer, and to give the shadow effect for cell shading, I actually lower the opacity of the layer by between 30 and 20, just to give it that kind of effect. And once I lower that opacity, I actually grab the pen and do and I start making the shadows, mostly where I think I actually make a mental note of where the sun is actually coming from. So having that in mind, I make the shadows coming out of the opposite direction. So if the sun is hitting you coming from right here, you want the shadows coming out from behind that character. And and this actually, if you want to make shadows more detail and stuff, I will tell you go to watch uh, an anatomy tutorial or something, because most of the time I actually have some problems doing it too. mostly on the face. Uh, and yeah, that's how I make a cell shading. It's not too complicated. You just have to, know where you want the shadows to be at, and where the light of the sun or any artificial light or whatever the light is coming from, uh, and how the shadow interact with the light, and it also depend on where the character is. For example, if a character is on, let's say, inside the house, right next to the window, the light is going to be different, and you kind of want to make the shadows more prominent, more how do I say it? Mm, I don't know. I'm stuck. I'm stuck a little bit. But yeah, sorry if I didn't help you that much. But this is how I make the cell shading. I'm still trying to improve on that too. So yeah, sorry. Thanks for asking. Next question. C-1921. She's actually asking, what is your favorite type of food? I wasn't expecting that question at all. So yeah. My favorite type of food actually is Napolitan Milanese. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing on the United States. I actually don't know. So here's an example of what it is. So yeah. Okay, next question. Next question is from Theo2120. I don't really have an interest question. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. Sometimes you just don't know what to ask. You can ask anything for next time. But anyways, that will be all for today. Then again, thank you all for the questions. I actually enjoy and I have a good time making this stuff. Uh, you can leave a like or a comment. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Actually, the raffle, yeah, you can actually check the raffle on the description. I'm going to leave the link, the details too. And if you want to participate, you just have to check the link, leave a comment right there, and then I'm going to choose, like always, three winners. And then you can actually ask me to draw anything you want, like anything you want. Yeah. So anyway, that will be all for today. And here in the background we have a aurora, finished, pretty, kind of hot, sexy, the usual stuff. um, yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.